Alright, today we are going to make a platter. So, what we have here is this much clay. I'm not sure how much this actually is. It's probably close to around 7 or 8 pounds. And we'll need the wooden modeling tool, metal rib, needle tool, sponge, and wire tool. Alright, so let's get started. I get my clay prepped before I actually have to center it. Makes centering a lot faster. Alright. Now I'll just use this part of my hand, my palm of my hand right here. Push down and then go out. And then I just do this until I get it to about where I want it. This outside hand really isn't doing anything, it's just sitting there kind of for support. And then I'll put my thumb down there with my palm. You can do this any way you want. This is just kind of the style that I've developed. So then I'll just keep going this until I know I'm getting close to where I have a certain thickness that I want. I'll check the needle tool. So it's about that thick. And that's actually perfect thickness. I'll leave some there so that I can trim a foot. And now I just want to make sure that I have a good slope. So the inside is lower than all the rest. So this is the lowest point. And then I want it all sloping down to that. So all of the liquid or water will go to that spot. And then I can look from the side and see how that looks, that angle there. Notice how I have this just completely flat. Looks like a baking stone. I just like to get this really close, and that is good. And I'll take my sponge here. Now I just go down all the way to the bat here and just push in. This hand is not doing anything, it's just kind of there for support. And then I'll press the lip here. And then I'll get how much clay I think I need for my pole here. And I think this is about the right amount for what I want to do with the outside here. So I'll bring that up. Now I'm just basically pulling. Just straight up. And I like to get this pretty thin. I will be trimming the foot in the bottom, and I'll be trimming away all this other excess stuff, which will leave a nice foot. Alright, so then when I have this the thinness I want and all that, I can just push it out. And then I do that and leave it kind of like that. I'll come back and adjust it with my a metal rib here. First I'm going to smooth out the bottom though. This just takes all the slip off, makes it look nice and smooth, and it dries faster. And then I can also kind of shape it a little bit if I want to adjust the shape. Now I'm just lightly touching it up. I like to kind of have very slight lines. Like sometimes the rib will leave lines in there when you're doing this. I like to smooth them out a little bit. That's good. Then I'll go and touch up this side wall. My left hand is just kind of being on the outside there for it. Alright, and then I'll take the flat side of this and just push down on the top here very slowly. Obviously the problem here is if you go too far, too fast or something, it might collapse. And right now I'm putting more pressure on this side than this side. I want to make sure that this is really good, compressed down very nicely. I like that sharp edge there too. Kind of defines the plate, saying this is where I stop. Now I'll kind of turn out the lip, turn it down more now. I have to decide what angle I like, and that's very close to what I'm looking for. Alright, then I'll just go on the side here and smooth it out with my sponge a little. Alright, and that looks pretty good. And then I'll get ready for clean up some of that bottom there. Just go down like this and go take out some of that bottom clay for my wire tool to find the edge. And if you get stuff in your pot, I just leave that there. I'll worry about that later. It's easier to clean up when it's not so wet. And then, especially for these kind of things, I like to take off the outsides of the pan. So that I can wire tool this without knowing I'm going to actually make it. Without it coming up on me. So I'll just do this, spin it around and pull it straight towards me. And there we go. One platter, and I'll let this dry and work with it later.